Hello, good evening, everyone. Hi. So, are you able to hear me? Good evening, everyone. Can I get a round of confirmation from you that you are able to hear me? Good evening, everyone. Just checking with the system. Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Namrata. Thank you, Praveen. Thank you, Robin. Good evening. Hello, everyone. How was your last week? So, you know that every Wednesday we meet each other and we talk about anything and everything, anything which could be related to your participation in financial market. You could be a trader, you could be an investor. Wherever I think I can add value to you, I'm here, right here to talk to you, to take your questions and help you decode this complex world of financial market. Friends, the way we are going to structure this 1 hour of discussion, so we're going to start at 5 and we're going to terminate at 6. The way we are going to discuss it, that first 15 minutes, I'm going to show you some unique, powerful feature of stockage which you can use. Okay, so first 15 minutes, I'm not going to take any questions. Let me just speak what I want to speak, what I want to talk to all of you. And then after 15 minutes, I'll start taking your questions and I'll be taking your questions till 45 minutes or so. We will end at 6 o'clock. My promise, my commitment to you. All right. So I'm not going to take any questions. So yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. You have a very funny name. Your name is Life Sucks, and you're asking, "Hello, sir. How are you?" This is quite amusing. Well, I'm good. I hope you're fine. Okay, Tejas Bhai, yes, I'm going to answer all these questions. Yes, Vikash, hello, how are you? So I'm going to answer these questions. I'm going to discuss a lot of things, but first 15 minutes, let me just talk about a unique feature of stockage. Every 15 minutes, every Wednesday, I'm going to talk about first 15 minutes about these things, and then we will discuss. Okay. So I have the other screen right here in front of me. So, guys, I'm going to talk about conference. Guys, I'm going to talk about. Well, this is a session where 5 o'clock we can have tea together. So I'm having my tea. If you want, you can just grab your tea and let's have tea together for 1 hour and just discuss things the way it should be discussed. Okay. All right. So stockage, uh, this is my beauty. This is my baby. This is something which I would say that my way of communicating with all of you. I've been using Bloomberg Reuters for 15, 16 years now, and I know how much value they have added to me. So idea was that can I create similar kind of a product for retail investors? And we have tried to keep it so simple, so simple I can't tell you. You see, this is the web version of stockage, where on the left side there is a panel and there is a body in the middle. On the right side there is another panel where you can see value added information. The beauty of stockage is that you get learning at every stage of stockage. So whenever we create a product, we assume that you don't know anything. So a lot of effort actually put in by our team to develop relevant learning content so that you become much more knowledgeable and effective. So I'm not going to give you a demo of stockage. I'm going to talk about one feature which is going to be very effective for you to be used. Friends, in my stockage there are a lot of free available features for you, and I'm going to hover a lot on the free features because you should know the power of free features which we have given to you. And then obviously if you believe that you are getting value from the paid feature also, you should subscribe to those paid features as well, because the cost of subscription of the paid features are quite nominal here. Okay, one feature which you should use as part of your working is when you go to scan in stockage. You have seen scans, right? And we are not giving you a scan engine where you can play with a lot of parameters. We have given you scans which works in market and which actually works very well in market. Okay, now in scan, there are a lot of scans which we have created, and price scan is my favorite scan. And it's not a news anymore that I love price behavior. मुझे टेक्निकल इंडिकेटर से ज्यादा प्राइस बिहेवियर अच्छा लगता है, because price is God, and if you can connect yourself with God, nothing like it, isn't it? So price scan is the most lovely scan which you should follow, and every scan out here is quite unique. Then you have these volume and delivery scans where you can see stocks where there is high delivery happening or some kind of an activity happening. In fact, I'm going to take a webinar in January and talk about how you can decode this delivery data and find out stocks which could give you a breakout. Then you have technical scans, different kind of technical indicators which we have given. Then you have fundamental scans. So it is pretty exhaustive. But this is not what I'm talking about. When you actually look at scan, you can actually favorite your scan. It's free of cost, okay? You can favorite your scan. For example, 52-week high is suppose my favorite scan. So how do I favorite this scan? Just select these and press a star, okay? So once I have selected all these scans in the star, the 52-week high scans are selected by me as my favorite scan, okay? Now, where do these favorite go? If you go to my StockEdge and if you go to my scan, you see all your favorite scans are enlisted right here. So every time you have to look at these scans, don't have to go to scan page and look at those favorite scans. All you can do is just go to my StockEdge and my favorite scans, and you will see all the scans right here, and you can click any of these scans and see the list of stocks which are satisfying this scan. For example, crossing 2-year high. If I click here, I will get the list of stocks which are crossing 2-year high. मतलब last 2 साल का high को cross कर रहे हैं. Which are the stocks? Birlasoft, Larsen & Toubro, Infotech, Infosys, HCL Technology. Now I have these 4 stocks which are available to me for any kind of swing play, because these are the stocks which are in control of bulls in the market. And if these stocks has to perform, they have to perform on the upside. Why? Because they are in control of bull. See, I've always told this thing to all of you that there is a bull segment, there is a bear segment, and there is an operator, right? Who could be a bull and who could be a bear. As a trader or as an investor, my role is to figure out what the operator is trying to do. And I don't want to be on the wrong side of the operator, because the operator is going to butcher me if I am on the wrong side of the operator. Do you agree to this? Yeah. So how do I manage that? How do I know what the operator is trying to do? Price is actually the most important tool, because if any stock is within the 52-week high zone, which we call 15% of 52-week high. So if the stock is within 52-week high zone, that means the stock is under control of bull operators. And if the stock is within 52-week low zone, this is 15% from 52-week low, that means the stock is within the control of the bear operator. Okay, so that's the theory which we use for 52-week high. This is a new addition which we did, is a 2-year and a 5-year breakout scans. Very interesting. So these are the 4 stocks which could potentially give you further upswing. Very simple. So we have been always trying to figure out stocks जिसमें कुछ हो सकता है, और हमने इस चीज को इतना इजी कर रखा है कि आपको ये स्टॉक्स मिल गए. अब now you have to figure out how to participate in this stock, which we'll discuss later. Now let's go to one of the stocks. Let's go to say Birlasoft. Okay. Now Birlasoft. First thing first. Do you know the fundamentals of this company? No. I know the fundamentals. No, I don't know the fundamentals. So what do? By the way, this scan is based on previous day data. StockEdge is an end of the day tool. So it is based on the previous day data. Guys, please focus on what I'm saying. Trust me, you will not be disappointed with this discussion. Don't ask questions right now. Just focus on what I'm saying. And if you have joined this channel for the first time, this is StockEdge official channel. So subscribe to this StockEdge channel now, because I'll keep on creating quality content in this specific channel, because it will be related to StockEdge and the power of StockEdge. So you see, on 22nd of December, which is yesterday, Birlasoft was highlighted by StockEdge as a stock which is crossing 104 days week high, which is 2-year high. Okay. What happened to this stock today? This stock today, if you see the price movement, The stock today has gone up by 12%. Now, a lot of people ask me, sir, how do I use StockEdge for intraday trading? Now, this is an answer to them that if you do your end of the day homework well and you make the list of stocks which could potentially tomorrow give you a breakout and you can participate in that breakout, bullseye. Now, how will I approach this stock? So the way I do it, if I have to do only intraday, out of these four stocks, I will quickly go to TradingView chart. Right now, I'm following TradingView because I love TradingView. So let's take a very simple layout of TradingView. I'm not going to show you the detailed template yet. I'm going to show you someday, but not today. So this is a very simple layout of TradingView. Okay. Let me just hide this. Someday we will discuss about sector rotation. Someday we'll discuss about a lot of things. So my idea is that every Wednesday, for first 15 to 20 minutes, I'll just allow myself to break my knowledge thing out, and then I'll ask question. I'll take questions from all of you. So let's take Birla Soft. Okay, so Birla Soft. So this is Birla Soft. Okay. So if yesterday I have identified this stock as part of the scanner, what will I do? I will open trading the 15-minute chart. So today, first 15 minutes, I'll not do anything. Always remember this, that the operator, in the first 15 minutes, there will be always fight between both bull and bear. And you don't want to be stuck in that fight. वो बोलते हैं ना कि दो हाथी जब लड़ रहे हो ना, तब उस समय दूर रहना चाहिए. Because वो हाथी, कौन सा हाथी सटक जाएगा और आपको कुचल देगा, आपको पता नहीं लगेगा. तो पहला 15 मिनट ये लड़ाई होने दीजिए, आप मत उसमें पार्टिसिपेट कीजिए. So let us see what happens today. So this is today's data. First 15 minutes, look at this candle. Sorry, this is first 9 o'clock. This is the pre-market, and this is the one. Okay. So first 15 minutes, look at this fight. Look at this candle. The low was 233. The high was 251.80. Just imagine, almost 10% volatility in first 15 minutes. How can we handle that kind of a volatility? As an individual retail investor, we can't, right? What do? If suppose we still want to trade this stock. Now this stock has come under a 2-year high category. इसका मतलब ये stock तेजी का घोड़ा है. Do you agree to this? ये stock तेजी का घोड़ा है, तो इसमें मेरे को लेके खेलना है. तो first 15 minutes candle high we will mark. So let's mark first 15 minutes candle high. So this is first 15 minutes candle high. Okay. Is it okay? First 15 minutes candle high. If suppose the stock after next 15 minutes, that is ये 15 minutes होने के बाद में जो next 15 minutes है उसका high अगर break करता है, then you enter this stock because this stock is in control of bull. And if you enter when the high is getting crossed, there is a high chance that you will make money. Do you agree to this? अगर तेजी का घोड़ा है और genuine है, तो पहला 15 मिनट का हाई अगर तोड़ेगा तो आपको एक ब्रेकआउट ऊपर का मूव इसमें मिल सकता है. There is a possibility. So if you see in this, let's convert this into 5-minute chart now. तो 15 मिनट को मैं एक बार 5 minutes कर देता हूं, because some of you may like to enter keeping 5-minute chart in mind. Some of you may like to enter keeping 15-minute chart in mind, depending upon your position size and how much stop loss you want to put and what is your duration of the trade. If you want a shorter duration trade, then probably you will see 5-minute candle. If you want a longer duration trade, you will take probably 15 minutes candle. If you want a swing trade, then you will not look at 15 minutes candle. You will probably look at 1 hour, 2 hourly candle. Your stop loss will be bigger, but the chances of making higher money will obviously be far higher. So let's see 5 minutes candle. So after 3 5 minutes candle, you remember first 15 minutes candle we talked about. So first 15 minutes candle का high जो मैंने यहाँ पर mark कर दिया है, जैसे ही उसको cross किया, I will enter that stop. What will be my stop loss? Typically, the 5-minute candle जिसमें मैं enter किया था या the candle, 5-minute candle before the candle where I entered, which is this candle, iska low should be my stop loss. So what's the low of this? Low is 246. So I have entered at 252. My stop loss is 246. That is 6 rupee is my stop loss. All right. Now, if 6 rupees is my stop loss, and if I am intending to do intraday trade, ideally my take profit should be, ideally, the moment I get 6 rupee, I'll book half my profit. So if this goes up by 6 rupees, which is 252 plus 6, 258, which actually happened in that candle itself, I'll book half my profit. Okay. And rest half, I will trail. Okay. The trail could be a low of this candle, which is the candle when you entered, the 5-minute candle when you entered, you can keep a trail of here, or you can carry the trail at a cost price. And whenever this profit comes back to your cost price, you can square up your trade. If you are adventurous and if you want to carry the position for a longer time frame, then you continue the low of this candle, which is one candle before the candle where you entered, and this low of this candle can be kept as a stop loss for a longer position throughout the day. And probably at 3:30, just before 3:30, maybe at 3:15, you square up your trade if that trade gives you money, or if it doesn't give you money. All right. So the whole idea is that one day before the market, you do your homework, you put your stocks list ready, and for after first 15 minutes candle, you participate in that stock with a stop loss of low of previous 5-minute candle and a target of 50% profit book with a 1:1, and you trail rest so that you try to achieve 1:1.5 in this stock on an intraday basis. But if I am doing on a swing basis, then obviously 15 minutes candle is not the right candle for you. So this is what I wanted to talk about. That a lot of people were asking me this question, that can we use StockEdge for intraday? The answer to my question is that yes, you can use StockEdge for intraday, but you have to do homework previous day, and then next day, looking at the movement of the stock on that particular day, you can actually enter that stock with a stop loss and take profit for that particular day. Let's see some other stock. Let's see L&T Infotech. Okay, same concept, L&T Infotech. So L&T L&T Infotech. So let's figure out our first 15 minutes candle, which is this. This is a 5-minute candle. So let's convert this into first 15 minutes candle. So, all right. So here we are. So this is today, 23rd. First 15 minutes candle. This is the first 15-minute candle, right? Let me highlight the high of this candle, which is right here. Okay. Now let's convert this into Okay, now let's convert this into 5 minutes candle. If I want to play small in this, okay, these are 5 minutes candle. So if you see 9:15, 9:20, 9:25. Okay, so whenever the high of this will be crossed, so the high of this is getting crossed where? Here. Okay, so here I entered with a stop loss of one candle before the candle when you enter. Remember this, I'm not saying stop loss of first 3 candle. Okay, stop loss of one candle before the candle when you entered. So you entered here at 3637, and the stop loss was this candle low, which was 3602. So 3600 is your stop loss, and your entry price is 3637. That means 35 rupee is your take profit. So 3638 plus 35 is almost 3670. So when you get 3670, you square up 50% of your trade, and you can trail it till the stop loss gets hit, the trailing stop loss gets hit, or the time 3:15 reaches the market, because we are doing intraday trade. So if you see, we entered here, this was the stop loss did not get hit, and we continued with the trade, and the trade reached 3670 right here. So we squared up 50% of our trade, and then we hold on as a trailing stop loss. Either you can keep a trailing stop loss low of the candle which you entered, or you can keep 3670 as a trailing stop loss which got cleared here. So even if you get 1:1, 1:1.5 in intraday in stocks, it's not bad, because even if you trade say 5 trade and you get around 3 or 4 trades right, you will make money on intraday. And friends, getting more than more than 4%, 3%, 4% movement in any stock on an intraday basis is actually quite tough. But based on the stop loss which you keep, if you get 1:1, I think it's a good equation to trade on in the market. So I hope I've been able to clarify this. Let us go to Infosys. Let us see all these 4 cases. Let's go to Infosys. Okay, so this is Infosys 5-minute chart. So let me convert this into a 15 minutes chart. So this is today, 23rd, 15 minutes chart. So this is Infosys. Okay, let me just highlight the high here. Okay. You see, always that first 15-minute chart will be battle between uh, very heavy forces, and we all cannot participate in that battle, because first 15 minutes, a lot of algos are also fighting. There's a buying algo, there is a selling algo, then there are institutions who want to execute the order in first 15 minutes because they get a lot of depth in the first 15 minutes. That's why they want to execute the order in the first 15 minutes. If you see, this is the 15-minute chart. Now let's convert this into a 5-minute chart, and let's try to figure out if we get any entry anywhere. So this was the high. Throughout the day, the stock was trading around the range of 15 minutes candle, right? It actually took a support here, but nonetheless that doesn't matter because it is a strong stock. So we will only buy if the stock is crossing that first 15 minutes high. When did that happen? That happened here. At what time? At 120. At what price? It happened at 1250. Okay. What would be the stop loss? Stop loss will be just one candle before this, which is this. What is the low of this candle? Low of this candle is 1246. Oh, very small stop loss. So 1250 and this is 1246. That is only 4 rupees stop loss. So you can think of actually making 8 rupees here, because the stop loss is so low that you can venture. So what you do is you enter here with only 4 rupee profit, book half at 1552, and you can trail the other half and square up when 1:2 reaches, because intraday if you get 1:2 as a money management, as 1:2 of your stop loss, you are good to go. Okay, so you see you made quick money here. Why? Because you did your homework the one day earlier and you identify strong stocks which could potentially give you some kind of an upside. So this is the thought which I wanted to give it to all of you, that use StockEdge for evening post dinner analysis. And by doing that, you actually prepone your dinner also, and having dinner at 7:30 in the evening is, or 8 o'clock in the evening, is actually a good habit. And after that, spend some time with your family, and maybe 9:30 sit with StockEdge. The web version is awesome, amazing. We have the StockEdge club where all stock oriented interactions are also available here. If you want to see what kind of interactions we are doing, or if you want to become part of the StockEdge club membership, I'll be more than happy to have you on board. But spend those half an hour to 1 hour every day in StockEdge to figure out what can happen next tomorrow, and then select those stocks which you want to trade next day or for the days to come. Next Wednesday, I'm going to talk about another feature. So every Wednesday, I will be here to talk about some unique thing which you can do with StockEdge, so that you truly can use this powerful tool the way you should be viewing it, for the purpose of making money from the market. All right. So let me start taking questions now. So it's almost 5:23. So let me start taking questions from all of you. Ask me any questions. It could be career-oriented questions. It could be stock specific, although I don't like to reply stock specific, but that's okay. I'll try my best to kind of give you a perspective on stock. Tejas is asking me this question, very interesting. What to keep in mind while making trading full time? Tejas, I love this question, very honestly, because this is the most important question which needs to be answered for every one of you. Okay. If you are trading full time, frankly speaking, after my 15 years of experience in market and understanding the market so closely, and I'm a third generation market guy. So my grandfather was a trader. My father is still a trader. He's 74-year-old, and I am also a trader. Although I'm become more of an active investor and passive trader now, not very very active full day trader. But I've realized that 20 to 30% is actually technique. Rest 70% is a temperament. And temperament will come over a period of time. Obviously, you can gain skills around temperament as well by meditating, by taking things lightly, by giving a discipline to your working. For example, the best way to build temperament is to focus. Trust me, the best way to build temperament is focus. See, market is like a like an abyss. It's like a huge ocean, and there is so much inside this market. And if you just keep on digging that ocean, you will keep on finding new things, new discoveries, which will not lead you anywhere. But if you say that these are the five stocks I want to focus, this is the study I want to focus, this is the work only I want to focus, it's like that horse which focuses. If you do that, your temperament will become better and you will certainly become a better trader. Trust me on this. And that's where stockage comes into the picture, because stockage allows you to bring that focus. Once you identify stocks, then there is my stockage which helps you to customize that space into limited space. I'll give you an example. In my stockage, I've given you a space where you can create multiple watch lists. Now, if suppose you have created a watch list called primary watch list, now this is my watch list and I keep on tracking these stocks, and I've been tracking them for a long time now. Uh, uh, since uh, since I've started building my kind of a trading active trading book. So these are the stocks which I'm tracking, and with these stock lists, I can get these activities which are happening in this stock. And the more I'm focused on these stocks and I can see these activities happening in these stocks, I can take that first bet of engaging in those stocks, either for a trading purpose or for the investing purpose. So, yeah, to answer your question, focus will make you a better market participant, no doubt about it. Sir, I am a college student. Is it good for me to invest on stock market? Mohit, it's a great question. Let me compliment you for this question. I'm very glad that you said that, sir, I'm a college student and I want to invest in stock market. Absolutely, yes. The earlier you start investing in stock market, the better for you. But if you would have told me, sir, I'm a college student and is it a good time for me to trade in stock market? I would have said, don't do it. Yeah. I beg, I really beg, as a college student, you should not trade, because you don't want to be a Robin Hood guy, right? You want to be Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, you want to be Radhakishan Damani, you want to be Sri Ramesh Damani, because these guys create wealth. And trading full day can give you money, can be a great engagement platform. But can you create a large wealth out of it? Yes, for sure. There are some people I have interviewed in my face to face. They have created wealth out of trading. But then how many people? Handful of people. So as a college graduate, as someone who is fresher, who is young, investing is the best way to go. And there is enough method to invest in the right manner. Okay, Mehul has a good question. Sir, in Infosys, you showed us for intraday why don't you short sale when price goes below first 15 minutes go? Yes, Mehul. What I've realized is a strong short, sorry, a strong stop should never be shorted. Okay, and the fact that end of the day research suggested me that there is a strong undercurrent of buying happening in Infosys, because the operator who is very active in Infosys right now wants to buy the stock. If I would have sold below 15 minutes low, that was a risk I was taking. Anyways, buying was also a risky, and selling is also risky. But if I have to ask you, what is the probability of this crossing high, or the probability of this crossing low that 15 minutes are? What is the probability? Obviously, you would have said that, sir, crossing high has a higher chance than going below 15 minutes low. That's the reason. Ultimately, market is all about probability. And the more you are able to follow and get into the right probability zone, the better you increase your chance of profitability in the market. There is no element of certainty. हो सकता है ऊपर जाने के बाद नीचे आ जाता हो, stop loss hit हो जाता, which is fine. All I am doing is I am putting my best foot forward. हम लोग कोई एग्जाम देते हैं, क्लास किसी भी स्टडी का एग्जाम देते हैं, चाहे हम लोग स्कूल में, कॉलेज में या प्रोफेशनल एजुकेशन, जब हमने एग्जाम दिया था तो हम अपना बेस्ट देते हैं एग्जाम में. उसके बाद भी हो सकता है हमारा ग्रेड अच्छा ना आए, हो सकता है कि comparatively to other people we may be underperforming, but we can only give our best shot and increase the probability of chance. So in Infosys example, because it was trading at a 2-year high, there was a higher chance that the stock would have gone up than the stock would have gone down. Okay, Meet Bhai saying he's a proud RS warrior. Me too. I'm also a proud RS warrior. Thank you so much, Meet Bhai. I'm very, very proud. And then just to showcase the strength of RS to some of the people, in StockEdge scans, we have this scans called relative strength scan. This is amazing scan. Friends, there are some scans which we are developing in-house as proprietary scan, and that's why we are so different from other tools, because other tools gives you engine where you should find out your parameters. But हमने क्या किया, हमने बोला कि नहीं बॉस, एक क्लियर कट आइडिया देना है और एक्शनेबल आइडिया देना है लोगों को. So StockEdge, you will see lot of these kind of unique scans which we have developed. These are my favorite scans as well. That's why I've started this. Fantastic scan. If you want to know the stocks which are outperforming the benchmark index, click here, you get the list. If you want to know the stocks which are outperforming the sector index as well, click here, you get the list. And and suppose if you want to combine both these two, so if you go to my StockEdge and go to my combo scan, you can create your own combination. For example, I have created this combination called Outperformer, where I've added a couple of these scans like 52-week high, stock outperforming the benchmark index, stock outperforming the sector index, stock strongly outperforming the benchmark index. अगर आपको इनके बारे में नहीं पता है, don't worry. You go inside this. You go inside this. Sorry, you can't go from here. You have to go from this scan. But anyways, if you don't know about these, every scan has been defined properly. Okay. So if you see, is there any stock which is satisfying so many criteria? No, it is not satisfying so many criteria. Maybe I have to reduce the criteria. But today there was no stock which was satisfying this criteria. Let's go to a scan called Eagle, where what I've done is 52-week high stocks, outperforming stocks, and good cash from operation, and where institution holding is going up. So combining price, fundamentals and technicals. So you can create these fantastic combo scans to figure out stocks. Oh, look at these stocks. So many stocks. And look at the pictorial presentation of these stocks. Amazing, no? Now, identifying stocks is not at all tough. There are so many tools available with you these days, including StockEdge, which gives you ready-made patterns. You just have to identify these stocks and see what is happening in these stocks. So you click here, you see what is happening in these stocks. Like Apollo Hospital, it is within 52-week high zone, so it's a strong stock. It is outperforming the benchmark index, and it is outperforming the sector index. और क्या चाहिए? This is a good stock. Now, why do you have to go here and there and figure out more stocks? अब सीधा अपोलो का चार्ट देखिए. In fact, StockEdge के अंदर में you can customize the chart as well. But nonetheless, our advanced chart is still under development. But let us go to say Trading View and see Apollo. So this is more from a This is more from a swing trading perspective. Okay. So Apollo Hospitals. Okay. So let me just open my template which I use, which is the RS template which I use. So let's go there. Guys, I don't have any shame in saying this, that I love TradingView, because what they are doing with technical analysis as a tool. I don't think so. Globally, no one is doing that kind of a work. So use StockEdge for your EOD quantitative research and use TradingView for your technical research. If you have this combination with you, I think you'll be pretty much sorted. Looks like my internet is going slightly slow. Anyways, so once you have identified stocks based on these multiple combinations, okay, here we are. So Apollo Hospital. Let's go back to Apollo Hospital. Sorry, a mistake. Apollo Hospitals. Okay, let's do like this. Okay. Now look at this stock. So this stock RS has been very strong. You see, this is RS indicator which I use, and a lot of people know that I use RS indicator. I have a webinar on RS indicator listed on Elon Markets. So you can actually, if you want to learn RS, you can see that webinar. Look at this stock. It has been a strong stock throughout, right? And RS has just gone down when the price corrected from what was the level? This was from 2500 to 2350. Okay. Now after the correction, the RSS started showing again the moonshots, and it is trying to reach at a zero level. Okay. So Apollo Hospital will be always a buying candidate for me because it's an uptrend. It is making higher highs and lower highs, higher lows, and whenever the price crosses the previous swing high, which is this is a previous swing high. Okay. So if the price is crossing previous swing high and RS is above zero, always RS has to be above zero because RS above zero means that the stock is outperforming. Okay. So if the RS is above zero and the stock is making higher highs and higher lows, it's on an uptrend. This is always a stock to buy. But if the RS is below zero and the stock is still going up, hold on. Let the RS catch up to the stock price and then you enter the stock. So this is the theory. So what I have done is identify stock based on my combination scan, look at the chart, figure out what price point is the right price point, and then go to alert. So there is an alert feature in StockEdge app called targets. So if I go to and see, you can put an alert in TradingView also. But if I see 24.28, so 20, this was a very good level, 24.28. So 24.30. So this is a good zone. If tomorrow the stock opens up, gap up, and the price goes above, RS goes above zero, this is a good stock to buy because your combination is also suggesting the stock to be on a buy zone. Okay, Debanjan has a question. Debanjan is asking best method of getting intrinsic value of stock. Debanjan, great question. So, intrinsic value of a stock is a combination. So, whenever we calculate a fair value of a stock, we'll always see that people talk about intrinsic value. Now, there are different ways of calculating the intrinsic value, but the most relevant way of calculating the intrinsic value is to estimate the future earning and discount the future earning to current value by a discounting factor, okay, which is called discounting cash flow method. It's a very standard method and most followed method globally. Now, when you talk about intrinsic value, you can't look at book value. So company will have a book value, which is the value of the asset of the company. So let's see Reliance, okay, or let's continue with Apollo Hospital. So if you see, go to fundamentals and see the overview, the book value of Apollo Hospital is 224. Can you see this? Let me just zoom in. Okay, the book value of Apollo Hospital is 225. What does this mean? This means that asset minus external liabilities. If you find out the final value, which is the net worth of the company, that will represent the book value of the company. मतलब अगर कल कंपनी बंद हो जाती है तो इतना रुपया शेयर होल्डर्स लोग को मिल जाएगा, assuming there is no contingent liability, because contingent liability comes under the notes of accounts. They are not accounted in the books of accounts. Okay, but the stock price is currently traded at what price? Let's see the exact price. 2400. Amazing. So the book value is 225, but the stock price is traded almost 10 times of the book value. Why? Because market is expecting that the fair value or the intrinsic value will be far higher. That's why market is expecting this price to be the current market price. Now, how do I calculate the intrinsic value? For that, you can't look at the historical price, historical performance of the company. You will have to come out and estimate the future, expected future performance of the company. That can only happen after you read the management commentary. If you estimate what kind of revenue estimation company is giving, and then convert all the expenditures as well as capex of the company for the coming 5 years in a proper financial model. Okay, which for a normal person is very difficult to do. So if I have to tell you as individual investor, can I calculate the intrinsic value of the stock? I would say it's not possible, very honestly, because it needs a very dedicated effort of identifying the future earning potential and then converting that potential into Excel and figuring out the financial model which can give you that final intrinsic value of a stock. The other method which people apply is the price earning multiples. And people say that if this company industry is trading at a certain multiple, okay, considering that multiple to be the base and the earning which the company is making, if you multiply both of them, then you can come out with the fair price of this company. Because if industry has, say, industry has 180 multiple and the earning per share of the company is 11.76, so according to this logic, let's do this calculation. So according to this logic, 180.64 multiplied by 11.76. So the stock price should be 2124, whereas the stock price right now is around 2400, correct? But this is not the right way to calculate intrinsic value. This can be a tentative point of view, which is more related to peer valuation. But the best and the most effective way of calculating intrinsic value is the future estimates of the company, which is practically for people like us, it's not possible. That's why there are research analysts with broking firms who are trying to do that future estimations by seeing the working of the investment, by listening to the management and seeing the working of the management. All right. Okay, Robin is asking, what is your opinion about conducting an investing championship by StockEdge? That's a great idea, Robin. Thank you so much for that feedback. Let me see if we can do it properly. Okay, Mr. Mr. Sheikh Bashan Hussain is complimenting me. Thank you so much. He's asking, can you please explain how do we read the volume delivery and how make best use of it for intraday? Well, intraday volume, intraday volume talks about a very different thing and delivery talks about a different. You can't use delivery data to trade next day, very honestly, because the operator who is active in the delivery data, he will not act tomorrow, or he or she will not act tomorrow. The idea of an operator is to build a position for a longer period of time. So delivery data is relevant if you want to play longer swings, and volume data is relevant if you want to play immediate breakouts in any stock. It could be price driven breakouts, or it could be breakdowns depending upon the strength or the weakness in that stock. Okay, Mehul, I got your feedback. You want us to add in other features as well in StockEdge. I got your feedback. I'll look into it. Shiva is asking, is there any plan to add ARS and CRS scans for RS? Yes, we are thinking about that. Okay, Gaurav is saying, I need to create scanner based from candles. Please guide where to make these preview other than scanners, more other scanners and your scanners. Well, see, so we have these scanners. So let's go to scans. Where is scans? Where is scans? So let's go to scans and let's go to candlestick scans. So we do have these candlestick scanners available for you guys. So in case you want to use, you can use these scans. and you can actually use them very well in your combo scans, because that really works well if you are bullish and if you want to identify stocks which are also showing bullish pattern. As far as candlestick pattern is concerned, you can use these to identify stock ideas. Okay, Gaurav is saying, what's your view on IT sector? Okay, I will try to answer this question. So if I have to make a view on IT sector or any sector, I will do a sectoral analysis. So let me just go to my watch list, a trading view called sector, and see the IT sector. So what is the IT sector doing? Let's see. See, this is IT sector. Okay, clearly the IT sector is definitely in bull run. Uh, there was a fair bit of underperformance in last couple of days. Although the stock these have gone up in last 2 days, that's why RS has started going up. But this underperformance vis-a-vis Nifty has cooled off few stocks. But now I think again this RS is approaching zero, and the overall index. Let us see the uh, longer tenure chart, which is, let's see the monthly chart of IT index. This index is definitely in a very strong bullish territory, and you can't make a mistake of going short in this stock. Okay, so you still have to hold on to this sector, because this is a very fantastically performing sector. Now, how do I identify stocks where I need to enter? So what I have done is, I have made my watch list in TradingView. Even in StockEdge, I've made it, but let me show you the watch list in TradingView. So I have made the list of stocks in IT sector in TradingView, and I just keep on seeing the stocks where my RS is showing me a positive trend and there is a breakout. Okay, see, my theory is very simple in market. I will always participate in a strong stock. And when the strong stock is giving me breakout, that's my best case scenario. And if there is a weak stock which is giving me breakdown, that's my best case scenario to short the stock. Any price range below, when the RS is not showing me strength and the price is showing erratic behavior, I prefer to stay away. Yes, I will miss a lot of opportunities, but then I will only be able to enter that stock which have a high propensity of strength, and I will ride them for a longer period of time. My style is actually best suited for people who want peaceful market participation, who are not there in the market screen all the time, and who want to build position over a period of time and exit when there is a touch of weakness shown by this stock. Okay, and that's why stockage being an EOD tool helps me to do that EOD homework. And whenever I see any breakout possibility happening in that stock, then I look at the chart and then I have an alert system. Whenever I get an alert, then I participate, otherwise I do not participate. Typically on a weekly basis I will do probably 3 trades, and on a monthly basis I'll do around 10 to 15 trades. And most of the time on a monthly basis I try to be positive, and I have, most important thing, a peace of mind. We do trading for the purpose of making money. We don't do trading for the purpose of having sleepless nights or to shout at our family members, to be irritated most of the time. No, we all are here to make money so that we live a better lifestyle, a better livelihood, and give a better life to our family members. To do that, you need peace. And for peace, you need to have the right model for yourself. I believe this is a perfect model: EOD research and alerts on chart, and trade only when the price is asking you to trade. Otherwise, don't trade. Okay, sir, tell us about how to read FIDI activity in stock. Is it necessary to look what they are doing, tracking their movement? Richmond, I would say tracking their movement is important, especially now that in stockage we have derivative data also. So if you see the go to news and updates and go to this FIDI data. So if you track their data, what they have been doing, it gives you a undercurrent of the the intention of the FPIs. And see, you don't know who the FPIs are, who are the people behind the FPIs. It could be promoter money coming through there, or it could be some operator putting his money through them. I don't know. Let's not talk about that. But the point is, this data gives you the intent of bigger players in the market. And now that we have given derivatives data also, this is again very useful. If you see in the fall which happened 2 days ago, the derivative data did not see much squared up from the bigger players. If you see, this was the fall which happened this day on 21st. Derivative data square up was there around 3,000 contracts, but it was not very big. And yesterday, the derivative position also went up, and even the FIIs they bought significantly. So these are good biasness to have inside your mind, that I will try to play on the long side and I will only look out for opportunity where I'll go long. Sure, you can lose money. You can have a stop loss hit also, because intraday the position may change in the market. But there is no harm in carrying a biasness in the market, looking at the overall picture. And if you see overall picture, you have FI data showing you the overall picture. You have market depth like these. How many buyers, how many stocks have gone up, how many stocks have gone down out of these Nifty 50, Nifty 500. These are the good market depth to know. And then you have broader market levels. So if market stays above these levels, broader, then there is a high propensity, high probability of market going up. So there is no harm in carrying that biasness inside your mind. Parth is asking, what's your view on Yes Bank for long term? I have no view on Yes Bank for long term, because frankly speaking, I have not been able to judge that stock very well. And I have no shame in saying this. I can't be expert in everything. And Yes Bank is quite complicated bank these days for me to handle. What should be the ideal trading capital for trading in cash segment? Well, in cash segment, ideal trading capital, the beauty of cash segment is you can start with as low as 50,000. But if you really want a sustainable amount, a significant amount to get reflected, if you target to make say around 2 to 3% every month and 30% every year, 30 to 35% every year. So if you have minimum 5 lakhs, then you make 1.5, 2 lakh every year, which is a decent capital to make. So 5 lakh to 10 lakh is something which I would say desirable. 50,000 you can start, but that doesn't serve any purpose. It's basically not worth the time you'll be spending on market to analyze and to trade. Thank you, Prakash Bhai, for your sweet words. Any plans to bring international market on StockEdge? There is so much in plan, I can't tell you, and we are so much hungry to bring so many things for all of you. But there are always a limitation of resources. As you know that we are the organization which is largely funded by customers. You guys like our product, you subscribe to our product, we make money, and then we keep on innovating, right? So there are plans, and we are trying to meet all the milestones so that we keep on giving you new things. But international market is not immediate plan. Maybe in 2021 we can think about it. But right now the focus is to give you more with respect to Indian market. How to use OI data in options to set up a range for intraday or for weekly expiry? Pratik, I have recorded a lot of videos in Elon Markets YouTube channel with Chetan. Market Shala series. Please have a look at that. It's a phenomenal series which we are carrying, and all of you should become part of that series. In fact, I would say just go to Elon Markets YouTube channel, and definitely apart from face to face, look at this Market Shala series. So if you go to playlist, you will see a Market Shala series where I recorded some videos with Chetan, and we are continuously recording. See that for options trading, phenomenal. Also, I would request all of you who are here, you are actually at StockEdge channel where you are watching my video right now. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel and spread about this channel as well. And my channel, which is Vivek Bajaj, where I do more candid conversations and more Dilse videos I'm trying to record. Today I'm going to make a very, very good video live, which is going to be on daughters. So if you have a daughter and and if you want a saving scheme information, a government saving scheme information about your daughter, please see the video which I'm going to make it live just after this video is over in this channel. So make sure you subscribe to this channel also for more personal finance oriented video content from me. SDFC Life at 100 PE. Ha ha ha. Vishesh. Yes, SDFC Life is very expensive. But then why are these stocks expensive? See, first of all, let me tell you, currently don't look at PE. And I've been telling you this, that currently the PE of most of the companies will be subdued because the EPS has been subdued. Why the EPS has been subdued? Because if you see the COVID situation, last 12 months, because of COVID, EPS have been pushed down. And if you compare those EPS, trailing EPS with the PE, you will always find the stock to be expensive. For example, HDFC Life is 96 PE, very expensive. But life insurance business has just started to show strength, especially after COVID. People are expecting that coming 3 to 4 years, 5 years, the density of life insurance penetration in India will go up significantly. And also remember, LIC is planning to come out with an IPO. And the moment some sector leader comes out with an IPO, the other stocks in the sector also gets related. Classic case is NSC. So NSC has been planning to come out with an IPO, and the beneficiary of that IPO is going to be the entire ecosystem around NSC. For example, BSC. Look at BSC stock. Look at the performance of this BSC stock for the last 1 year. In fact, you can see the performance from this particular chart. If you see for the last 1 year, BSC has performed by almost 28%. Nifty 50 has performed by 11%. So it has been an outperformer in the market. In fact, in our StockEdge Club, we have been talking about BSC for long, and we have been telling people to accumulate BSC from a lower level as well. So why BSC? Because A is an exchange, NSC is going to come out with an IPO. Plus, they have a decent cash flow business where, because of the listing, their cash flow consistent. Even though they may not earn money from exchange transaction charges in secondary market, but because of their other products like BSC Star platform, and now they can also distribute insurance. So they are building an alternative ecosystem of financial system, which is going to help them in future. So NSC will be a preferred exchange, but BSC will also be a platform for people who want to participate in other assets. So IPO of NSC will lead to the growth of the exchange, and obviously the other reasons like the outperformance of this stock itself will lead to the growth of this stock. But although this stock has gone up already, okay, we have been talking about BSC in our StockEdge Club since 350, 400 levels, and the stock has actually shown a very, very decent return. I don't know how much this will continue because the stock has become expensive. But then in today's market, expensive will become more expensive, and the cheaper ones may remain cheaper or maybe probably recover a bit. But definitely expensive will keep on becoming more expensive. Can StockEdge introduce paper trading? Paper trading is not allowed by SEBI in India. You cannot trade in live market in simulation. TradingView is allowing it because it's a global organization. They have little restrictions right now in India, but definitely paper trading you can't do in India with a live market. Yes, end of the day market you can do it, but live market you can't do. If you want to do paper trading in live market, TradingView has this concept called paper trading. You can very well use that concept till a regulator comes strong on them. Okay, Sheikh Bhai is asking, can you briefly explain what are the main things to focus and look for when we do EOD analysis? I think it's a great question which needs to be answered. But today, I will not be able to answer this question. I promise that I will answer this question next time, next Wednesday. Thank you so much for giving your precious 1 hour to me. I hope you're finding my work useful. I hope you're finding our work useful. Thank you so much for becoming part of the family. And this 1 hour every week, I hope I'll be able to answer some of your questions. If you still want to connect with me feel free to connect with me on my email ID called vivek@stockedge.com. Vivek@stockedge.com. Feel free to connect with me in case you have any question. I'll be more than happy to come back and reply to your query and give best of my guidance, whatever is possible. Thank you so much for remaining with me. Make sure you visit our other channels as well. Remain connected with this channel. I'll keep on recording such live sessions for you and share some incredible ideas for wealth creation in stock market. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night. Take care of yourself. Happy investing in stock market. Bye bye. Take care.